Hey, English 101 students. It's me, Mr. Gibson. We're here, week 7. What we've been talking about all this time, right? So this week this week, next week, the week after that, pretty much the entire month of October, we will be studying Mythology by Edith Hamilton. So this book is quite extensive in its content of or Greek mythology content. Literally every story that I'm aware of in Greek mythology is contained in this book. Certainly, we will not be studying every story. We'll not be studying every character. What I've done is selected the most important or the more popular stories and figures in Greek mythology that we'll be studying. So this week, week 7, if you log into Blackboard, and yes, all the work is on Blackboard, no work on Compass, right? We're going to be continuing in Compass after this period of time. Next, we'll be going into Romeo and Juliet. But as you go into Blackboard, you will be required to study and read pages. I believe it starts on 26. Don't quote me on that. You'll be starting out with Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and all the other famous gods of Mount Olympus. So you have a little segment that I included in there. I embedded it from the History Channel. It doesn't really give you an extensive amount of information about the gods, but it's just nice to see it depicted in cartoon format. So that's just for your entertainment. So watch that, read the pages that I've listed, and then you'll have a 10-question multiple choice test based on some of those gods that you read about. It's very important that you read about them all. It's not very much to read. Just read them over days 1 and 2. You don't have school on Thursday and Friday, so that's why I didn't list any days of homework for those days. Then on day 3, you'll read about the creation of mankind according to the Greeks. It's really interesting to see their perception of things. You read about Prometheus and Epimetheus. You'll read about Pandora and how women were a curse to man. It's just interesting things. But really why we study Greek mythology, why we study all these stories, is to really show the connection, the correlation between some of our contemporary stories and books and movies with kind of their origins. Because authors, filmmakers, artists have been influenced by Greek mythology. They've read these stories. These stories have been around for centuries. And we read them to see, oh, look at this. As I'm reading this story written in our day, I can see the connections. And I'm not necessarily talking about, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. That's really blatantly connected. But literally, we have hundreds and hundreds of novels and short stories and movies that if you study these myths, I have a lisp all of a sudden. If you study these myths, you can see the connections as you're enjoying the novel or enjoying the movie. So it's just kind of nice to see the origins and to connect it back to a point. So that's why we are studying these myths, so that we can see where our literatures come from, American and English literature. So have fun with it. If you have any questions or concerns with the text, please let me know. If you haven't come in yet to pick up your copy, it's imperative that you do so, so you can keep up with the work, so you're not too far behind. So I hope you have a good week 7. Please contact me if you have any questions or concerns. You can do that through email or phone call. So have a great week.